Okay. Good afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon.
I would like to call
Good
this meeting to
afternoon.
order. Welcome, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. It's my privilege and pleasure to welcome you to the BF Community Toastmaster Club. As president, I would like to recognize our guests today. So right now we have two, which is Alex and Jenna, and I think there are others who will be hopping in. Alex and Jenna, thank you for attending our meeting today. Alex and Jenna told me that they'll just be here to observe. So feel free to engage with us if you have any questions. And also we have a table topics later, which is open also to guests if you'd like to step up and speak. So it's a very fun section. And also for today, we have four exciting speeches, and we hope everyone will participate in their meeting roles or the table topics, which I appreciate VPE Jude for organizing the program, and I think it's very well distributed. And also him for stepping up since we have a shortage of evaluators, he decided to step up today and be the table topics evaluator and the general evaluator. So thank you, VP Jude. We appreciate you. So let's start the meeting by having our our invocation. Oh, sorry, it's Toastmaster pala. I'm sorry. So before that, I just want, since it's our first meeting to, I would like to introduce the club officers, if I may. So, is my screen sharing? Okay, so this is the first meeting of the club officers, so I would like to introduce us and then I'll forward it to our Toastmaster of the day. I'm Patricia Maliksi, your president, and then for VP Education, it's Jude. For our VP membership and our immediate past president, it's Christina. For our VP Public Relations, Porsche Maliksi. For Secretary, our Division Director, Ed Ramirez. Treasurer, Loise Banez, and our Sergeant at Arms, who's not with us today, but I believe he'll be joining us in the next meeting, Carlo Habat. So I hope that you got an overview of the club officers, and we're very excited for this first meeting. So without further ado, I would like to forward this to our Toastmaster of the Day, Division Director Ed.
Thank you very much, Madam President. I think, Madam President, you may want to proceed with the first few, like hold on for a while, the invocation and the promise before giving me the floor. Okay?
Oh, okay. So I told you, Porsche, it's invocation. Porsche told me that it was the other way around. So sorry for that. Since it's my first time, I hope you forgive me. So I'll proceed with the invocation first. Okay. So for the invocation, may I call EM Lilia, also known as my momager. Ma, where are you? It's your time to shine. Can I unmute you? There she is. So invocation. Thank you for that suggestion, TTF. And now I know what to do next time. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, you're on mute. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Can you remove the earphones? Maybe it's better if you don't use the earphones. You're still on mute. Can you
hear me now?
Yes, now we can.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Let us pray. Eternal Father, all-powerful and most high, bless each and every one of us here in this worthy gathering. Give us the courage to continue to persevere in our aim to be productive in many ways, in spite of the challenges that lie ahead, especially in these trying times. Grant we beseech thee of your never-ending love and compassion. Continue to bless us in all our endeavors so that we all can glorify your name and be worthy. Guide us, O God, and grant us especially of healthy mind and body. Amen. What's next?
Toastmasters promise. I'll share my screen. Okay. Can we raise our right hand? TM Lilia, can you lead us in the Toastmasters promise?
Toastmaster. As a member of the Toastmasters in my club, I promise to attend club meetings regularly, to prepare all of my projects to the best of my ability, basing them on the Toastmasters education program, to prepare for and fulfill meeting assignments, to provide fellow members help with helpful constructive evaluations, to help the club maintain the positive, friendly environment necessary for all members and our guests with respect and courtesy, to bring guests to club meetings so they can see the benefits Toastmasters membership offers, to adhere to the guidelines and rules for all Toastmasters education and recognition programs, to act within Toastmasters core values of integrity, respect, service excellence during the conduct of all Toastmasters activities.
Thank you, TM Lilia. Now, I think we're all ready for our Toastmaster of the day. I would like to give the screen to Toastmaster Ed.
Thank you very much, Madam President. I'm really happy to be here, and I bet everybody's really happy. I'd like to welcome the guests. You know, there is a reason why you're here. This is the start of a journey of 1,000 miles. Okay, now maybe you're wondering, guess what is this thing called Toastmasters, right? Probably you've been checking out the internet, checking out YouTube. What is Toastmasters? Well, Toastmasters is an organization dedicated to helping people develop effective communication skills and leadership skills. You'll find Toastmasters clubs across the globe. It's really a privilege to be part of the organization. Now, to give you an idea about Toastmasters, do you know that, let's say you want to go to the States and you're having a hard time? Guess what? Tell them that you're a Toastmaster, and that will increase your chances of going abroad because Toastmasters are highly esteemed. Okay, you've heard of other clubs, Lions, Rotary. I've been a member of Lions myself. Okay, I found out that of all the different kinds of organizations, it's only Toastmasters that companies can have as part of their club, their organization. That means any company can have its own Toastmasters club. its own development platform. But no company can have its own Lions or Rotary. It doesn't work that way. Toastmasters, it works that way. Now, Toastmasters began 95 years ago, something like that, a few plus or minus 1 year, when one person, probably in his 24, 25, 26 years, right? He put together a group of young men who he felt could benefit from developing public speaking skills. That's how it started. And the organization grew and grew and grew. But they were only men, right? It was only later on, after the founder, who is later to be called as Dr. Smedley. When he passed away, later on, there became female members. And females have their membership comprise a big percentage of our membership. I believe a little higher than the male population. Okay, because the female is a dominant communicator in today's world. Would you agree, ladies? Okay. What started as a small group is now a worldwide organization. And your being here means that you are not just member of BF, but a whole organization that spans the different continents. It's a great thing. Okay. Here in the Philippines, we started off as a few clubs, and then later we grew to over 100 clubs, I believe, at this point. Okay. Now, BF is the only community club here in Las Piñas. Okay, it's one of my favorite clubs. By the way, for the benefit of others, I belong to clubs in 4 divisions: Division B, Division L, Division H, Division M. But me, I treasure my membership in this club. You later on you'll find out why. People here are very caring. Here you'll find people who are willing to mentor you, help you, watch you grow, and build your skills to a level that you are proficient in speaking. Okay. Last term, BF community had 3 area directors, and almost every year we have area directors coming from here, because this club builds leaders. And your being here is probably no accident. Who knows? It is your destiny to be a leader here in Division H. Okay. We have lots of contest champions. We have champions here since, for a long time now. We've been having division champions from this club. And, I believe that there are people here who are able to help develop our speakers into contest champs. Okay. That being said, I hope that you will discover what else it is in Toastmasters that could really benefit you. Okay, now here we are in a Toastmasters meeting, and in a typical meeting, we have different parts. Okay, we have the table topics. Okay, that's one major part. And then we have the section on prepared speeches. And the third part, we have the evaluation section. So these are 3 parts that you'd like to explore Okay. Now, the so before we go to the prepared the table topics, we in Toastmasters have this portion of the meeting called the word of the day. Here in this section of the meeting, we learn words that we could use during the meeting and outside the meeting. Okay? What is the word of the day? Could you share the word of the day, Grammarian, Toastmaster Jude?
Pam is our grammar
Sorry,
for
there is
today.
an adjustment. It will be
Okay,
toast.
okay, okay.
We switched roles.
Okay, who is the grammarian?
Pam.
Oh, okay, Pam.
Hi, hello, good
Okay, take it
afternoon.
away.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, my role as a grammarian is to monitor the language and the grammar usage. I will be presenting my observations as well as provide constructive feedback at the end of the meeting. Also, I will introduce the word for the day, which is aligned with the changing mindset theme. Our word for the day is the word reform. It means to make an improvement, especially by changing a person's behavior or the structure of something. As an example, first, he was credited with having reformed the education system. Second example, the HR department is in the process of reforming the benefit system. The word for the day aims to further and so I highly encourage everybody to use this word as we go on through the meeting, be it in our impromptu speeches as well as prepared speeches. As a grammarian, I will take notes of its usage, keep tab of it, and include it in the meeting after. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Pam, for that word of the day. Now, let's have a little warm up, okay? We've heard of the word of the day, right? Reform. Now, may I ask from the audience, who could share an example of that word of the day? Could I see a show of hands? Volunteer? Anybody would like to volunteer to use the word of the day, reform, in a sentence? Aha! It looks like our past Vice President of Education is really thinking about the word of the day, and she has a sentence. Let's welcome Toastmaster Loise.
Surprise ETMN. So thank you. So what I'm thinking about how to use reform would be um, with all the issues that is going on in our political in the politics. I'm there. This must be the time for us a reformation in the law and the governance and in the governance. There. Reform.
Okay, thank you for that. You know, let's ask one more person to share his use of that in a sentence. Let's see. Did I see a hand somewhere? Oh, oh, yes, I saw Toastmaster Russell. I thought I saw a little hand on top. Let's welcome Toastmaster Russell.
Hello, everyone. And to understand how reform works or what it means, perhaps we could contextualize it in the area of education, especially now that we are now experiencing online learning in a lot of schools. Most of these institutions had to reform their structure and also their methods for them to be able to deliver that new system for their students.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Russell. Okay, for the benefit of our guests, okay, online meetings, we didn't have that before. We had face-to-face meetings, okay? We would meet at Kasalu, okay? I think Toastmaster Russell is right there at Kasalu, if I'm not mistaken, okay? Now, I really miss that place, I could
I miss
remember the
pasta.
smell of the
The
freshly
coffee.
brewed coffee. Well, don't worry. After this lockdown, we're going to get back to Kasalu to resume our face-to-face meetings. But in the meantime, we're here in this rectangular platform. I believe we are being trained to be like showbiz personalities, in front of the camera, in front of TV sets. It's not great, right? Okay, we've tackled the word of the day. Okay, now let's give, for those who gave the word of the day, who have given their sentences, and for our grammarian, let's give them a big round of applause.